Hey everybody, this is Ryder Chick. Join me on this adventure of my new YouTube channel. I'm going to show you how I went through the process of making this big, beautiful building over here. One of the biggest I've ever built in it. I've got every map on Ark. I bring dinos in and out. I play single player, so keep that in mind. I've got the game settings set to play and have fun. If you want a copy of those settings, let me know. I will send them to you gladly. So this room, kind of the start of this whole building, was the idea of this room. This is an organic polymer room. Little penguins in there. And that's, just a little penguin room. This guy over here, this is our generator refrigeration room. We keep our generator tucked back here, and I'm hoping to have 2 layers of refrigerators there and a bunch of cryo fridges. Full of fridges. Store everything. Upstairs, plan is to have this be the vault room. Tons and tons and tons of vaults. It's going to take a long time. But that's the plan. And this door over here, plans were bigger than I thought, and this is still a lot of good building space, so I don't know what I want to put out here yet. It's going to be there, but we'll keep the door there so we can get into it. And that's the plan for over there. But I built a greenhouse off to the other side of the building. By the water, because, you need irrigation for a greenhouse. So, built this big, beautiful greenhouse. Biggest greenhouse I've ever built. Kind of excessive in size, I guess, but this little spot over here, it's in a load spot, so I decided to turn it into a dung beetle pen. Dung beetles, fertilizer. Greenhouse, plants, fertilizer. Why not put the dung beetle pen right in the greenhouse, right? So I chose to make it out of a double greenhouse door and some stone railings. And you can see the little guys still. And check to make sure the doors work. They do. And there we go. There's our crop plot. It is successfully irrigated. We're going to do crop plots all the way down this line, hopefully. That's the plan. Hoping to have an industrial cooker there, an industrial grill there, and more crop plots. Crop plots for all of our goodies of making kibbles and paint and vegetable cakes, all sorts of little goodies. And it's just kind of a beautiful little greenhouse edition. Then I finally got a vault. Finally successfully added 1 vault to this many vault room. But we got 1, so that's a good start, right? And this room, I'm really not sure what we're going to do with this main room still. It's, I got a fabricator. So what's going to go on in here? We're not really sure. But it's the main room. It's a fabricator. And over here in the greenhouse, I got that industrial cooker. We got more crop plots. Because I like this pen so much, Shane just like to check it, even though it's still empty. We really got to put somebody in this thing. We got to find a little buddy to go in there. But yeah, beautiful glass walls and ceiling. But all of our crop plots are irrigated and greenhouse effect of 300. So that is going to be great for farming. I had to build this little back wall there, that window, to hide the back side of the cooker because it bugged me. But you can access the cooker, that's important. There's the industrial grill, you can access that, that's important. Always check your stuff when you're putting it down to make sure you can access it. If you can't, waste of materials. And I put a little door in there to access the main building. All this extra wall is going to be more crop plots in the future. That's the plan. And just, really kind of a beautiful greenhouse. Maybe we'll build a bigger one someday. If I do and you guys are interested, let me know. Make a video. So this is where I set up my metal factory. I like to set up right next to Blue Obelisk. camp up here with an Anki and an industrial forge. Mind you, I'm playing on single player, guys. This is just for fun for me. But you could also do it on a dedicated, I guess. Or in public, but it's fun on single player to play just to have fun. Let your imagination run wild. But you set up right here with an Anki, level its melee a little bit and its weight a ton. And anytime you're going up there to pull, always add. Make more metal when you're pulling your metal. You need metal for lots of stuff. So I was able to make 2 more vaults and add that. So it makes it 3 vaults up here now. Now I got 3 vaults in my storage room. You want to make metal anytime you can. You need it for ammunition, weapons, a lot of saddles, vaults, everything. Tons and tons of stuff. Greenhouses. You never know when you need metal. So anytime you're up there, if you've got an industrial, add as you take. Just a simple, easy rule to follow. Keeps you from waiting in the end. But now we got 3. Lined them all up. I'm a little OCD. Like to make sure they're all lined up. Got a lot more we need to put in. Maybe we'll put something else up here, but I'm not really coming up with anything else that could go with a bunch of vaults. I think it's just a bunch of storage that's gonna be, but vaults, vaults, vaults. This wall, I'm thinking keep that wall clean. I'm thinking another staircase right there to add a 3rd level to this building. What it will be, I have no idea, but it sounds exciting. Stay tuned. There might be an episode on that. Then we take off going after our little dung beetle buddy. Here we are in the far north cave that has the artifact of the Devourer. So you're going to want to bring a flyer on this in a cryopod. There's a little waterway that goes into this cave, so you can't come in with anything that can't swim unless it's in a cryopod. But a flyer is your good best bet. I like an Argent. Found this little guy. Gonna just take that, look at it later. Ended up having a Ascendant level saddle in it. That's pretty cool. We'll use that later. But I like to fly down the path. This is actually the pathway along the side of the cave that you would walk if you didn't have a flying dinosaur. And hear everything that is a threat. Bats, spiders, scorpions. There's all sorts of stuff in this cave that just might cause issues for you getting what you want. Mind you, I think I kill a couple dung beetles in this adventure, getting down to the bottom and clearing all the threats, but that's okay. We find one in the end. And that's all we need is one to start. We can always go back up for more. But I like to figure as many of the threats out, just so whatever you're going after is an easier achievement in the end. This cave is also good for Megalania. They're a great mount to climb on walls and ceilings and stuff. I like them. Mind you, if you're gonna go on this path with the just on foot, there are some pretty sizable gaps that you're gonna have to figure out being able to jump over. So some speed or something in your level ups will be necessary. Otherwise, really easy, guys. Build a cryopod, bring an Argent or any flyer in there. Makes this cave pretty cut and dry. And like I said, the artifact of the Devourer is also in this cave. So it's an easy, quick bonus grab if you're going for anything in here. Obviously, it's not a bonus if you're going for, but it's a bonus grab if you're going for something other than that, something different. So, there's our little dung beetle. He's right there. I'm sure many of you noticed there's also an explorer note right there. Tame this guy. Stick him in a cryopod. I'm going to leave the explorer note for now because I don't need it. But if you, those of you that don't know, there's an explorer note right there. Easy to grab. And, yep, we'll just stick him in our pocket and bring him home. But since we're down here, we will go and grab this artifact of the Devourer. You're going to want to also clear out this. I'm sure you also noticed there's on the corner of the building another Explorer note. We're also going to grab later, but for those of you that don't know, there's another one there that you can grab. And then while you're down here, this one's a quick, easy grab. Just go and take that and fly out with it. It's an easy one. If you're just coming in to grab it, super easy. If you're looking for any other tames, still pretty easy. And this is why I like a flyer. You can just fly right up and out of here. I take the time to look to see if there's any other loot crates, which there were not this time around, but there are some good loot crates in these caves. So it's worth looking, but you want to find the waterfall. That brings you to the top of where you need to exit. Put your flyer back into the cryopod, and you will just be able to swim right back out the cave exit entrance where you came in. I always grab everything that was in the inventory. There might be something good. You go through it later. Make sure your weight's good enough, but follow the crystals out. The crystals kind of lead out. You go toward them and around the corner, and there's already the exit. So, and it's always kind of right up around your back is the way to get up and out of the water. If it's dark outside, it's kind of hard to get out of this cave occasionally, but it's not that bad. Both the water and the out of water are just kind of little baby horseshoes. But there you go, we're out of the cave. We've got our dung beetle buddy, and bonus, we got an artifact of the Devourer. So that's cool. And we will get on our wyvern that we left waiting outside for us here. And before we entered the cave, I saw a alpha T-Rex. So I'm going to fly around for a little bit for whatever sakes, you know, the fact that I'm over here, and look for where he went. He was right next to the cave before we went in, and he was definitely not right next to the cave anymore. I highly doubt something killed him because he's an alpha, but oh, there he is. There he is. So we will go over and kill him for his trophies. And I failed to notice that my wyvern was not as much of a big dog as I thought, so it takes a little bit longer than I thought. But we'll chip away at him, kill a couple of scorpions, you know, in the process. That'll just, you know, happen, but eventually we get him, we'll get his trophies, and that's all fine and dandy and great. And yeah, it's always good to have those. You gotta have them for bosses later. There's certain alpha trophies that you need for bosses later, not super easy to come by all the time. Stick a couple levels into this guy to get home, and off we go. Back to put our buddy in his pen. Our new little dung beetle. So here we are, back at base. Lots of new cryo fridges. Still not even near full, but lots of new ones. And we'll go back into this, you know, little organic polymer room. Not that anything's changed, but there it is. Still doing its thing. Organic polymer. Exciting. Yeah. Not sure why I keep going back in there. Still out here. Nothing planned. Again, not sure why I keep going back out here, but more space to build. Something to come. Stay tuned. And, yeah, out here in the greenhouse, we've got beer barrels now. So, yeah, we've got our industrial cooker that's up and running. We've got industrial grill up and running. 3 beer barrels tapped and ready to go. We have our crop plots on this side planted down and ready to go. Everything's planted. They're just not fertilized yet because we were waiting on our little dung beetle buddy. The last 2 on the end here also unfertilized, but these guys have been fertilized and they're already starting to thrive. Everything's irrigated. Here's our dung beetle pen with our new friend in it. We are starting to shine here, guys. And our beautiful greenhouse, because, you know, I can't get enough of looking at this thing. It looks really nice. It's kind of pretty. Thanks, everybody. Like I said, first game content video. I ran out of clips. Here's my puppy dog. If you liked this, comment, see what you want more of. If you want to keep up on this build of mine, like and follow, subscribe. I'll make more. Let me know. Thanks. See you later.